warm welcoming to North 54, voted #1 for date night. We are very proud and excited to be part of the Hearts for Hospice. On February 11th, please join us for dinner and the dance afterwards.
So you guys just saw another one of our promo videos. That one was for the restaurant North 54. So anyone in the Prince George area who is interested in this event, make sure you go grab your tickets. So the event is called Hearts for Hospice on February 11th. Make sure you guys check it out. If you're not in the local area, I just hope you guys are enjoying some of these promo videos that Kyle and I have created. We're very proud of them. Especially, I know it's not fitness related, but it is technically food related. So it can relate to the channel just a little bit. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Seriously. Couldn't stay in 2016, minus 27. Seriously? Whoa. Barely fucking started. Poor Minnie, she's so cold. Feel bad for when you have to go pee today, bro. Alright, I'm off to a one-on-one session right now. I was a little afraid that I would have to cancel on her because my car doesn't handle this cold of weather that well. But we got her started. We're good to go. Ladies, let's discuss the topic of this video. Alright, I hope I'm only speaking to the ladies. Guys, if you're still paying attention to this, you may want to tune this out. Unless you're a coach, unless you're a male coach, I think it's important for guys to feel comfortable with this when they have female competitors. If not, just ignore this part, skip ahead. So, reason the scale has gone up. I'm at 119 pounds this morning, when a couple days ago I was at 118.6 or 5. Anyways, I've gained half a pound. This does not mean that I've gained fat. I wasn't even gonna weigh in this morning, but the reason the scale has gone up is because I am on my period. I feel bloated, and I actually knew that the scale was gonna go up this morning. I went to bed feeling extremely bloated. I woke up feeling extremely bloated, but I thought I would film it for you guys just so you can see that these weight fluctuations are completely normal. Even when you are a competitor, you are gonna see the scale go back up. This is why the scale is not an accurate measurement of short-term progress. Over the long term, you are gonna see my number go from 119 pounds all the way down to whatever my stage weight is gonna be. That is an overall macro breakdown of it. Now, on a more micro level, you're gonna see it go like this, all the way up and down until I get to my stage level. As long as my starting point's up here and my ending point's down here, I don't give a fuck what happens in between. It really doesn't matter. So the reason I want to share this is because even still I get clients who say, oh my god, the scale went up 2 pounds and yesterday I was down 8 pounds from when I first started the program. That doesn't mean that you've gained fat. You gotta look at the long-term data. If you started off at 130 pounds and you've dropped down to 120, but the next day you go up to 122, that's fucking amazing. You should celebrate that. Who gives a fuck if you've gone up 2 pounds? So this is one of the reasons. I have talked about this before. If you guys are curious as to why, even for males, you can take a look at this video. I will link it right there. It's called 5 reasons why the scale has gone up, but this is one of them. So this week's gonna suck. That's all I can say. On another note, I am just like any other girl when it's that time of the month and your cravings are through the roof. I have extra cravings today, and that doesn't mean that I'm gonna binge. I'm still gonna control myself and not feed into temptation. But do you know what? Because of these extra cravings, I typically have them on this day, and tomorrow I'll probably be okay, but tomorrow may feed into it. I'm not too sure. I do have a game plan for when this happens. I am simply not going to consume my threshold amount of fiber that I typically have. So I am ranging between 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. Now, because of these cravings, I am gonna sacrifice being a little bit more hungry today and have maybe a little bit of extra treats. I'm still gonna have my 2-bite brownie, but instead of having 1, I may have 2 today, and that's just to feed into these temptations. If you don't get any of these, then continue to hit your fiber intake for the day. But I know a lot of women get a lot of cravings this time of the month, and they typically say fuck it and stop tracking their macros and think that they'll start fresh after the ugly cousin is gone. Well, that's just gonna lead into some bad habits going forward, because you know what? This is something that we're gonna have for the majority of our life, ladies. Get used to it. So you might as well come up with a strategy now of how to deal with it. Otherwise, you're never gonna get to where you wanna be, because you're always gonna have to deal with this vicious cycle every single month of binging because you get cravings because it's that time of the month. So I am gonna have an extra treat today, possibly tomorrow, and be under on my fiber intake. I may have only 15 grams of fiber today. Is that ideal? No, of course not. But this is not every day. It's 2 days out of the month where I'm gonna be lower on my fiber, higher on my sugar, but still hit my total macro intake. That is my strategy. You gotta figure out what works good for you, and that's gonna allow you to be consistent, but not where you are binging. Do not binge when it's that time of the month. You still need to figure out a system and a method that's gonna keep you on track. Now, as for working out, ladies, those cramps fucking suck, right? I hear ya. I am not impressed right now, but I'm still gonna go to the gym later. I find that for me, that my cramps are not as bad in the evening. So even though today is a day that I typically film for you guys, I'm actually gonna go to Good Life later today. That's only because I know that my cramps aren't gonna be as bad in the evening. They're horrible during the day. I am struggling hard right now, but that is what works good for me, so I can still go to the gym. You still wanna try to exercise. You don't have to do anything intense. Just do something that's gonna allow you to move. Still try your best to go to the gym. Even if you get there and it's just not working, maybe your cramps say, haha, just kidding, and you know what, just go home, at least you tried. But my suggestion, my recommendation is try to figure out a time of the day where your cramps are at its lowest and use that time wisely and go to the gym then. So if you find that you're good to go in the morning times, but you typically go to the gym in the evenings, switch it up for that week. Go to the gym in the morning times just to help allow you to be consistent during that wonderful visit that we get. Like I said earlier, you guys, I'm gonna have 2 of these today. Help with those cravings. So good. So good. What's your guys' go-to treat when you have cravings like me today? 2-bite brownies are mine. What are yours? never easy, never a thing, but you know you save me. You're the only thing I know, like the back of my hand. And I can't breathe without you, but I have to. So I just found some old performances that I did when I was a little bit younger. This was from 2009, what are we, 2017, 8 years ago? So even before I started lifting, as you can tell. Look how skinny my arms are. I was in singing every single year, and my singing teacher would do like a performance. For anyone who's in Prince George, this was at the Playhouse every single year. So when I sang here, 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton, I actually don't read music. This song I learned all from my ear. Had a little bit of help from my singing teacher, but I wasn't actually reading music when I practiced it, and even when I was playing it live, it was all from memory and all from my ear. And I was actually sick a week before, and I was so upset because I really wanted to sing the song because I was working so hard on it for months, and I decided to go anyways, even though I sounded like a frog. It was still cool to get up there and play piano because normally I would play the guitar when I would perform live. And then the second one here, this was probably my favorite duet with my friend Mika. I don't know if you watch these, Mika. I haven't spoken to her in so long, but I always seem to run into her whenever I make a trip to Kelowna or Vancouver. Especially Vancouver, one of the biggest cities in Canada, and I run into her every single time I make a trip there. But yeah, this was a duet that we did together, Breathe by Taylor Swift, and can't remember who else. I think Kobe Kelly sings the song with Taylor Swift in this song. But this was my favorite duet with you, Mika. So I don't know if you watch my videos, but if you do, hey Mika, miss you, girl. Anyways, I have like 4 other DVDs if you guys like these little throwback episodes, because oh, look at that, it's Throwback Thursday, the day that this video is live. So if you guys like some of these throwback videos of me and my younger self, let me know and I'll share more of them with you guys. Thank you. So I'm just off to the gym right now. I'm meeting Kyle there in just a little bit. That's gonna be it today for this episode, you guys. Hope you are enjoying this bikini prep series so far. Like I've mentioned before, I'm gonna continue to mention it every single time because we have a lot of new subscribers, which, hey you guys, thank you so much for joining my channel. I really appreciate you. But if you guys have any ideas of anything you want to see going further throughout this series, please just leave a comment down below and I will be sure to do those for you. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.